Hello, Radiant Soul Light. Wonderful to connect with you. For this reading, we are going to multiple timelines. I'm going to be connecting in with that sage within, this part that transcends the timelines, but this is a aspect or a part of you that has some messages for you that are very timely at this time on your path. So if you're drawn to this reading, you're getting it at the right time for you. There is a important and also pivotal message for you from this part of you from deep within that transcends time and space and is lifting a veil or veils for you at this time. This is soul story number 1, number 2, and number 3. We'll get a closer look at the cards, and I will be doing a soul alignment and attunement meditation for more soul alignment and activation, a soul activation. This part, this aspect that's coming in to guide and to direct you or give you the messages that you need now at this time is activating your soul in a bigger way on the earth plane. So the messages are timely for you whenever you see this message. The timestamps, as always, are in the description below, as well as ways to connect with me further. All right, Radiant Soul Light, let's get a closer look at the cards and connect in further. And I will see you in the individual soul path readings. Beautiful soul. Choose the card. Cards are crystals that most call to you at this time, that you feel the most resonance. Trust your own inner knowing and intuition as to the card or cards that hold the most relevant message for you on this time on your soul path. Now aligning further to connect into the frequency of the soul. In your own pace, pattern, rhythm, and flow, take a deeper breath in. Pause at the top of the breath, and as you breathe out, bring conscious awareness to that space in between your in-breath and out-breath, and center there inside. Adjust your body for more relaxation and become more aware of your body, the instrument of your soul. In your own pace, pattern, rhythm, and flow. Breathe in through the crown chakra, extending up through that natural pause point above the crown chakra. There's a portal there. Take a deeper breath in, go deeper inside, and as you breathe out, be more conscious of the out-breath and let your out-breath be longer than the in-breath, gently drawing the out-breath down through the chakras at the soles of the feet, connecting deep into the earth, attuning, aligning to the frequency and vibration of the earth star chakra. Feel a grounding there. Draw the energy back up, all the way through the center of the body, up into that natural pause point above the crown chakra, and take a deeper breath in, connecting through the vibrational frequency of your higher self. As you breathe out, just picture, sense, see, and feel the light energy that is you from the upper dimensions, extending and expanding around you. Feel yourself through the subtle energy of you now with each in-breath and out-breath as you center inside. Breathing back in your own pace and pattern up through that portal of light, connecting in through the light body, receiving more of the impulse and pulsations from the soul through the navigation of your higher self. You begin to look within to the sage within, that inner guide, that inner healer within, that that brings many lifetimes of wisdom and understanding on this earth plane. And may what needs to be revealed is revealed, and the guidance received, what you need at this time on your path for more soul expression and soul experience. As the avatar you begins to relax more into the higher vibrational frequency, the soul is activating every action, reaction, thought, and feeling through the vibration of love, light, and wisdom. Hello, Soul Path Traveler. Welcome. If you're new here, hello, I'm Michele. Okay, so we're connecting in for you. The Sage Within. Wow, you've got Labradorite. Magician, you're able to really create. I feel you've gone through a lot. This Soul Path group, you've gone through a lot of incarnations, but a lot of lives within this lifetime as well. You could have done a lot of things in your life, where you have a lot of different hats you wear, roles or gifts or interest. That the Sage is saying you need to use that. This is the male aspect of you. It's saying put yourself out there more. Do more, share more, create more. Some of you have been told, okay, you can't do that, or you need to limit, or you need to make a decision. Your decision is to do it all. You know, we can do it all, maybe not all at the same time. But I feel like some of you are weary because you're trying to choose one thing, and your lane is wide. You have your own style. You have a specific way of doing what it is that you do, and it encompasses many parts of life and living, many interests, and you're really not meant to, I just heard consolidate. You can make things simple, but you have a lot of interests, and that's okay. And somehow you're going to be using that to create something new, something more exciting or interesting. Your soul comes in with likes variety. Your soul likes to do different things. And I don't know if it's how you look, if there's an interesting style, how you dress, how you write. There's something that you have your own vibe about you. And this Labradorite, I'm also getting kind of like hematite energy with grounding. There's some things you need to ground or anchor. Or some of you think that by doing picking, I'm not going to do this anymore, or I have to choose, you're feeling like, okay, that's going to ground me, but it's actually not. You just need to bring balance into what you do. I'm getting a lot of energy also about art, music. You could be an artisan, a craftsman. You could be in the healing arts, and you could do multiple things, even if it's in the occult. There's something about, again, the versatility is what you're learning, and sometimes it's a disruption. So you are going to have a disruption, the Sage is saying, in what you do or how you create or work or what you're putting out there in the world. The Labradorite is saying that's part of your magic. You connect in many ways, multi ways, a multitude of ways into this universal energetic flow, the infinite creative intelligence. You tap into God in many ways, or the universe. I'm getting like multiple experiences, multiple timelines that sometimes converge, especially in the dream state. I'm also feeling drumming or movement or dance can be very powerful for you. Some of you jewelry making or beading, or it could be how you adorn yourself, what you wear, whether it's, tattoos or rings or colors that you wear, or how you, the colors you bring into your house or your home or your car. There's something very unique about you, and you're meant to keep that and build upon that and tap into that in all that you do. Now, I am getting the message from the Sage Within that there is this wisdom of the many ways that Spirit manifests, the many ways that God manifests on the earth plane. You may not even want that up here because you are very unique. Okay, there we go. So it's I just heard some people could think you're a little stubborn or a little, there's a lot with the mental realm. Like you really like to envision something and see it and get it done. You like to manifest. You could get caught in doing too much. As like I get like a manifesting generator energy here, or generator or manifesting generator. If you know anything about human design, where you could create disruption in your life because you're like, oh, I need to do this now, I need to do that now. No, you're going to do multiple things. So it's not about stopping one and starting another and then, okay, I'm not going to do that anymore. It's like, okay, where does that fit in? Maybe you don't do something for a while, but the start-stop energy that you get into, because I feel it could even be, well-meaning people or, teachers, guides, therapists, friends, family, they could be trying to push you in one direction or one role or one way of being. And the sage is coming through and saying that, no, that's not how you're operating on this dimension. You're meant to be versatile. You're meant to have variety, variation. You're meant to go through different patches or different communities or different groups or different interests. And it kind of weaves together, and you might come back to something. No, it doesn't mean you're scattered. It doesn't mean you have, scattered energy, or I even hear ADD, what is it, ADHD or something. No, it's like, no, you really, for you, in a way that I call it soul playground on the earth plane. I feel this applies to you somehow. That you're very gifted, and you're not meant to fit into any particular box. That's why you got the Labradorite. Labradorite is ruled by the magician. Let's see if that comes out. Let's see what comes out for you. I just heard you're going to be learning how to create or manifest more of what it is that you want to do or what you want to experience. I'm going to move around. I think this Uranus and Gemini, now this is a timeless reading, but I'm getting a lot of Gemini energy, or very mercurical. So whether thinking a lot, daydreaming a lot, creating a lot, writing a lot, communicating, I feel like with this group, you've come to make some changes, whether within yourself, obviously, but also maybe humanity, or you'd like to leave an impression. You want to leave an impression. You want to leave something behind. Look at that. Wheel of Fortune. 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is the soul. This is the soul. Look at this. 7 of Cups. So the 7 of Cups doesn't necessarily mean that you have to choose one thing. You might be more project-based, project-oriented. Okay, we've got 5 cards. Now, I'm aware the devil wanted to come out, but I'm not going to take it, because I feel like what can happen if you try to stick yourself in a role instead of living from the high priestess, then you could get stuck. So there is a part of you that wants to create, that wants to manifest from all these ideas. What am I really meant to do? You need to have a little think. We're going to do that today. We're going to work on that, do a little something at the end of this reading, if you stay to that. Yeah, so you're creating. And then we've got the World. This is what I feel, a new vision or version is coming in, and you're going to want more variation, more versatility, variation, variety, versatility in your life. Out of 5 cards, 3 of them are major arcana. So that's telling me this is a big change for you. So when you connect into versatility, when you connect into spontaneity, when you connect into changing things up, you're actually getting into your higher self. You're getting into the sage. That's another word, the higher self, or the sage within. I'm really feeling like the I Ching here, the sage within, the Tao. You're really getting into the universal information, the universal flow, right? The infinite creative intelligence. And you might do it in various ways. You might have a multitude of gifts, I feel. I feel like you didn't just come in with one gift or one way of doing your gifts. You're here to do a multitude of ways, and that is also the 9 of Pentacles. And I'm hearing, keep trying, don't give up, keep trying. So if you're feeling like, oh, I have to scale down or scale back, I'm not seeing that. I'm getting you're moving into a cycle of growth. But it's bringing in your own style, the way that you do what you do. There we go, speak up. So this is telling me and it could be writing with that, or it could be a vlog, it could be a podcast. There's some message that you have. And I feel like you could be finding a new way of sharing information on your path. Got miracles on the bottom. Be on the lookout for miracles. Well, with the Labradorite, that's magic. That's the magic. That's the mystery. Right? Should we take that? Okay, so we've got speak up, and then you've got miracles. So some of you, whatever it is that you want to do, it's just saying not to limit yourself right now, and that you have to give voice to different parts of yourself or different interests. This is not about... the choice will be made for you by your higher self, by the sage within. You have to trust that part of you. But whatever takes key precedence right now in your life, that's what you're meant to do. And you even have a bird here on the Nine of Pentacles, which has to do with spirit. It's listening to spirit. It's listening to spirit. You're getting your information, you're getting your guidance, your confirmations from spirit. I really am not seeing that it's about the ego. The only thing that's about the ego, I feel, is like trying to shape yourself into something or limit yourself. Now that doesn't mean you don't have limitations, but there'll be organic or natural limitation, like, oh, I only have this much time for this, or this much energy for this, or this much money for this, or I can do this on my own, or I can do this with someone else, or, it's like if you have a half a tank of gas, the limitation is you can only go so far in that car, or electrical, whatever, unless you fill it back up or you charge it, right? Or you go within your circumstances. So I am feeling that there is something much more about connecting into the fantasy of life, right? And how do you make it more real? What do you imagine? What do you dream of? How do you make that more real? That's also coming through that Seven of Cups. So you don't yet know which one is going to, quote unquote, take off, so to speak, right? And you're not meant to know. You're just meant to be in that divine flow, doing a little this, doing a little that. And your sage is within. The sage is saying, we learn from that, we change from that, meaning you, but people do in general on the earth plane, but you do learn. Yeah, see, for you it's about creativity. I am going to take this because I feel this applies. It's the 10th house. So let's put that here. Versatility. So creating, using your gifts, your talents, what you've learned, creating the life you want, the lifestyle, being more project-based. You've got the World here, and you've got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? So those directly tie in. So whatever you're doing comes from your creative input and output. It's your input, the Wheel of Fortune. What you put in comes back. That's also judgment, right? Karma, dharma. What you've put in comes back. So ride these cycles that you have right now, that's coming in your life. There's these particular cycles that you have to start understanding the cycles that you're in, right? But from a creative flow, not from, really more from your intuition, less from thinking. I feel for you, it's about getting into the third eye chakra, right? Sixth chakra, intention, little will aligned with higher will or divine will, or universal will, or God will, the avatar. It's just what's needed. I'm hearing from the sage within, what you're learning is to let go of some kind of 3D assessments about you, socialized patterns, right? What you've learned from a particular socialization or cult. These aren't truths. These are just generalizations of what you were taught, either from your family of origin, culture, society, schooling. There's certain things that you were told and taught, and perhaps they worked for a while, or for some of you they didn't work at all because you kept trying to like put the square peg in the round hole. We're trying to say, okay, I'm meant to only do this. I got to get this up. I got to get busy. I got to get professional about this. But you're kind of meant to play at things. You with the sacred play, really, it's connecting into joy. Sacred play, Leo, 10th house. See your career, what you're doing in your destiny a little bit more from play, the play of consciousness, even if going through difficulties. Get that soul perspective. But you're learning, the sage is saying, look, you're learning, what to do on a soul level. You're learning, how to live on the earth plane to some degree. That's why you got the devil. We didn't take it because I feel like through this guidance, this sage guidance within, you're going to be understanding that you can build what you want, that Capricorn energy, right? Saturn, devil, Capricorn energy, but you can build from the higher mind. You can build from intuition. You can build from flow. It doesn't have to be so hard. You don't have to make those choices. Your higher self, that sage within, will make the choice for you, which is the true you. You're going to be naturally drawn towards what you need to do or where you need to go, right? You're going to be naturally drawn to that. You're going to be pulled in the right direction. And so as you might say, oh, I just started doing this and oh my God, it took off, or I really love doing this and now I'm going to make this a business. See, it says you'll get a lucky break soon. Your fortune is improving and you will get a lucky break soon. Collect nuggets of wisdom. You will need them in the near future. Yeah, the versatility. So you could be coming from a place of, hey, I'm here to help people, or just by example, or just by vibrational frequency. Your expression, your experience in the world is help changing the resonant fields or morphogenic fields, right? The zeitgeist. You're one of the ones that's come here to live more, do more, by play, by soul play, by joy, by versatility, by creativity. You're to find those places where you can create, no matter what the circumstances of your life are. You're meant to find these places where you're being more spontaneous, where you're able to create something, you're able to make something, you're able to tune into your own inner knowing for your own guidance. And this means that there is a time and a place you are moving upward and outward in something. But again, trust your versatility, trust your spontaneity. Be versatile in what you do or how you do it, whether it's working with people, whatever you're doing in your life, you need to connect in to versatility. Some of you, there's like the soul's been a little bit bored. It's like, oh God, humdrum. I don't want to do it this way. So what brings more opportunity, more options within your particular circumstances? I can't believe it. Well, of course I can. Laguz, intuition, evolution. High priestess, intuition. So your destiny and or career or a big part of your life, a big focus of your life has to do with intuition. In some of you, it's helping humanity somehow, but you have to kind of take the limitation off of how it's going to look. Yeah, magic, mystery. Pertho has to do with Labradorite, that you're on your path to destiny, the mystery. Some things you can't, figure out. Some things you just have to go with the flow of life, of where you're being guided, and then creativity and knowledge. So you possess a certain knowledge, a certain wisdom that perhaps you need to start acknowledging and using more or integrate more in your life, not just, on an everyday basis. And this intuition for you is kind of a joy. It makes things more fun. So for you, it could be even readings like this, like, oh, I knew it. I just got the confirmation. I knew it. I knew this was coming in. I knew I was on the right track. Or, oh, I knew I was off track, but now I'm shifting. So your higher self wants that play within the universe, the cosmic you, to connect in with the universal or cosmic you, the quantum you. And when you're doing that dance, it's creative for you. There's that Leo energy. It feels creative. It's part of your path, your destiny. This is 10th house, the world. So you're going to have more versatility on where you live, how you live, your lifestyle. There's something that's coming in that's bringing in more choice. You're going to have some better choices, choices that are more soul resonating. This next level of soul activation for you brings a lot more to do with your intuition and choosing more by your intuition or inner knowing. For some of you, it could even also be dreams. So there is a new direction I'm getting with this, with Judgment and Seven of Cups, but you don't yet see it, and that's why you've got Destiny, Pertho. I feel for a lot of you, it's gonna allow you to do much more creative something. If you've wanted to be an artist more, or integrate your art more, live more artistically, whatever that means to you creatively, or more interesting, or you wanted to have more versatility in your life or relationships or how you do your work or where you live, that's coming in. So you really are moving it, but I'm hearing to mention this again. This is not coming from something outside you. It's come from a learning lesson. And so you might have thought life has been kind of dry. This energy of creating or recreating something or shifting something in a way where you feel more creative, you're using your wisdom, your understanding, your knowledge more, you're creating a life, it's more abundant, but the abundance for you it's financial as well, but it has to do with versatility, different people, different experiences. It could be more experiences that you're calling in also, or more fun, or more activities, more opportunities, whether to travel or do, I'm seeing a lot with boats and sailing, and I even see somebody with, I don't know, zip lining of some sort. Could even be in a beach area or jungle or something. So there's going to be more options, more opportunities, more fun things to do, more fun, fulfilling, soul fulfilling things to do, things that really, light you up, that, God, that was fun, or that was a neat person to talk with. Oh, they were interesting. So your life is about to get more interesting. What can I tell you? Things are getting more interesting. Okay, let's look at some power places. Where are some places that your soul is drawing you to, that the sage is saying, we have something to gain from here or to learn. I knew it. Traveling. Departure, arrival. Some of you are creating a life with more movement, more travel, more new people. So there's going to be some new experiences. Okay, here we go with intuition and High Priestess. Spiritual practice, meditation, reflection, spiritual guidance. So wherever you're going, whatever you're doing, you need to bring more of this sacred temple and live. And maybe you're already doing this. But your spiritual practice is so important, connecting in daily to your spirit, your soul, the spiritual essence, the spirit team, spirit guide, spirit realm. Some of you do work, so this is important because you have not just the sage coming through, but now a spirit guides or spirit team that make your life part of your spiritual practice. Not just your spiritual practice is part of your life, but your life is part of your spiritual practice. Wherever you go, whatever you're doing, it's not mundane. There's a spiritual aspect. So you're going to start, if you haven't already, you're going to start meditating more, reflecting more, maybe slow yin yoga more, tapping in to receive spiritual guidance, doing certain things, and then getting that confirmation or spiritual guidance or soul guidance. It's really spiritual guidance. I mean, the soul, we're guiding the avatar, the ego part. The soul is navigating through the higher self. It's just to get the lower aspect to trust. So, yeah, some of you, this could bring in some kind of retreat or some type of group work also. But areas that you're going to really feel activated, like, ooh, I'm connecting with my soul group, my soul tribe. These experiencers really are or nurturing my soul, warming my soul, is going to be travel and meeting others in some group situation. Either meeting people and they've been traveling, they just get back, you've been traveling, you meet them, but quite literally airports, airport lounges, airport, wherever you wait for, to get on the plane, deplaning, all of that. Okay, let's get one more message through this. Soul insights connecting to the sage within. Moon, intuition. There we go, the moon. Oh, again, 10th house. It's screaming. This is destiny. This is destiny. You've got Pertho there, destiny, the 10th house, destiny, the world. Leo, and you've got Leo here as well. So let the joy guide you. You've got the moon and Leo in the 10th house. Yeah, it has to feel joyful. It has to feel good emotionally. Ride the ups and downs. If whatever ups and downs you have, that's just part of life. It doesn't necessarily mean you're on the wrong track or path. Okay? Bring that joy into more of what you do. Wow, moon in Leo in the 10th house. I move on my sacred soul path more joyfully, creatively, and abundantly. That's your soul insights mantra. So if you're staying with this, take a deep breath in, pause at the top of the breath, and consciously breathe out. And begin to attune to your soul signature frequency through your own rhythm, pace, timing, and flow of your breath. Feel yourself and see yourself on your path in the right timing. The right timing for all you need and want to do, and all you want to express, speaking it, living it from the soul. And feel the heart opening now. Feel the movement within, creating movement around you. Feel yourself connected to your own internal timing and inner rhythm that aligns you synchronistically to the external timing and rhythm of your life. Feel your heart opening, activating your soul, connecting you and others through the heart, aligning to the soul. Lots of love and light. Hello, Radiant Soul. This is soul story number 2. Whoa, I have been curious about you. Your sage within has come through very, very strongly. And with Malachite here, no joke, big changes, big change, big life, big change. A lot of interchange, but you're changing a lot with beliefs and ideas of what is possible. So you have Malachite here. We'll connect more to that vibrational frequency. And something is expanding. This is about expanding in consciousness and change and really opening up in a really heart-opening, heart-connecting way. But also being, I'm getting with you more determined, but the preservation. There's a strong fear of failure. I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm not going to be able to make it. I'm not going to be able to persevere, or it's not going to happen. How am I going to preserve what I've created or what I've done? Or am I be able to make these changes that I want to make, or that I'm in the middle, and is it going to be successful? So you're dealing a lot with this whole idea on the earth plane of success and failure and what that looks like, what that feels like, and should I go further in what I'm doing? Because am I going to be able to make it? Am I going to be able to have the longevity? Am I going to be able to ground this, anchor this? Some of you are asking, am I going to be able to retire or let go? Am I going to be able to create something else? Or am I going to be able to bridge this and build? Am I going to be able to have that house? Oh, I need to get this, I get that. So I'm getting a lot to do maybe with 3D reality on the earth plane, and money and monetary structures of security. But you've come in with a very strong ability to persevere And you're also being asked to look at your resourcefulness, to connect in more to your what's resourceful for you. What are your resources? Your preservation is in the moment. It comes through the resources. It comes from you being in this now moment, what we say. I mean, there was a moment ago, but there's a moment right here, right now as I'm speaking. As I'm connecting in with you energetically and to you energetically, we're creating this moment. So your higher self, your sage, the sage within is saying the wisdom is to come back to the moment. Right now everything's okay. Right now you're fine. In this moment, while you're watching this sage reading, this video reading, you're okay. You're okay right now. Start from there. Bring yourself there. Bring yourself to that now moment. And recall other now moments that you have been okay, or when things weren't okay, you made them okay, or something shifted, something changed, something rebalanced or realigned, and it became okay. So for you, the preservation also comes in through beliefs. The sage is saying you're learning something about your beliefs. And some things you believe because they happened to you. You experienced something and then you got beliefs from that, or the people around you had certain experiences, and so then they had certain beliefs, created certain beliefs and went to those experiences and feelings around those experiences, and it was handed to you or passed on to you. But this part of you is wanting to make a change. It's saying that we do have this resourcefulness. We're able to be more resourceful and to preserve what needs preserving. And some of you, that is some kind of ancient wisdom or understanding, something that you've learned, something you've been studying. Now these want to come out. I don't know what they are or why. Yeah, here we got this too. Okay. And then we've got the Five of Wands. I'm going to take all of these, even though I wasn't going to take, because this is your story. You need to see, look at that, and it wants to come out. So insight is going to be coming in. Malachite is telling me that there's some fast change, some deeper change that's coming up. Let's see if this is Page of Wands. Look at all those wands. Inspiration, action. So you're going to be able to take more action to create this preservation, or using your own resources or the resources that are at hand. Now, this may not be a time, we've got the Six of Pentacles, you may have wanted to be further. You may have thought, why am I not further along? What's going on here? What is going on? But you've got the Sun. So see, things get better. They bounce back. It's not all is at a loss. Even though it may not totally be sunny right now, you might be thinking, oh, I can't work this way anymore. I can't live this way anymore. You're learning how to preserve what you have, what you were given, and build upon that. No, don't waste, don't squander, whether it's your energy, whether it's your money, finance, people, relationships. You're also learning that there will be support. I think that's that Six of Pentacles, that you will be helped. There will be that support. The God, consciousness, source energies, right? The all that is comes through people, the universe. Right place, right time. Someone there last minute to help you. Or someone saying, hey, we'll help you, we'll support you. So right now you're very aware of the energy flows, or you're becoming more aware of energy, like, oh, I don't have enough for this, I have enough for that. You might be budgeting. You might be realizing, you know, if you're always giving, it's time for you to open to receive, or even ask for what you need to receive or what you want more. Because something is changing within your energy flow. Okay, there we go. Got the star there. So we have the Sun and the star. Ten of Cups. Yeah, see, it's this perseverance, but you're learning. And then we've got the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Cups. So you're learning, okay, I need to do this for myself, but I need to open, you know, and have support or let someone help me. Remember, when you allow others to give, you're helping them spiritually, right? The ability to be able to receive helps other people. So this could be in relationships. You've got the King of Wands there, or part of it is you're learning, look, I'm empathic. I have a lot of compassion, but I need to not overgive. I need to preserve my energy until I get moving or get going again. You've got two horses here. You've got the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is quick, but it's saying, don't do stuff just to do it. Don't preserve your energy, budget your energy. This isn't stingy. This is you connecting in energetically. So as the sage within is saying, look, we have to balance, you have to be your self-mastery. Follow the sage within of what you realistically have time, energy, or focus for. So for some of you, this is a lot about timing. Whether it's in relationship with other people, are they expecting too much? Are they draining you? Or are you coming out of being codependent? Are you in codependent relationships where people are pulling on you and you can tell they're pulling on you? They need that. You know, it's good to have connection. It's good to need each other. But is it neediness? We're going to see. We're going to put that right there for now. Is it neediness? Is there neediness? Because right now you're looking at, okay, what is the self-preservation? When I'm around this person or this kind of situation, my energy gets scattered. I get drained. So you're at a new level. And maybe you've known it all along. And maybe you're like going, okay, I have to accept and make peace. That's my compassion to myself. I have to accept and make peace that this is, oh my God, did you see that? Just as I said peace, and we got inner peace. That's the preservation, to preserve your inner peace. You're letting outside circumstances create turmoil and frustration within you. Remember, you always have the power to choose your response. Let inner peace attract a higher vibrational outcome for you. But that's your preservation. Some of this is self-preservation. This is like, I need to preserve my energy, my peace of mind. So is it certain things that you're watching, you know, streaming or watching on the internet? Is it certain people? Is it news? What is it? Is there certain things that are... And again, this isn't all bad. You might be going, oh, look, if I do this, I feel my energy better. I feel more vital. So your inner sage right now is talking to you about this idea of preservation, preserving, saving, managing, budgeting. Just a part of self-mastery on the earth plane is energetic management. And it says you've isolated. It's okay to ask for help, so reach out to ask for support. Yeah, you're not meant to do it all on your own. That's why you've got the Six of Pentacles. So it makes me feel that the message is saying also from the sage, look, you're learning how to be in relationship. You're learning how to be with people. You can't just hide or go off in the Himalayas or whatever and just disappear. But there's a way that you can tap into what's right for you. That's that preservation. What's right for me. And the other person to some degree, or the relationship. But I am feeling there's the transformation and transmutation really of energy. This is about transmuting with the Malachite. Malachite also brings swift, fast changes, but it also brings heart opening. So I feel with this group, I feel like there's been a lot of heavy heartache, heartbreak, betrayal. But now I feel this opening up. You could have even been very disappointed in yourself. And now you're feeling this level of empathy and compassion, not just for the world or life or other people, but yourself. So you're moving out of this struggle and strive into persistent effort, perseverance. That's part of your preservation. How do I preserve what I have? Bit by bit, bit by bit. So there's something very chronological about this group, and then there's going to be some kind of timeline collapse or amalgamation. Something's coming together. Some of you, it could be a business. You're amalgamating. You're unifying. You're bringing your gifts with someone else. You're attracting the other. You're attracting vibrational match. This group is attracting vibrational matches for deeper healing, more soul fulfillment that is vibrationally, energetically aligned, more of resonance, vibrational match. You're drawing in more of a vibrational match in your life. That's also from the Knight of Cups. But you're creating it. So you're working on yourself. You're working on something esoterically, mentally, emotionally. Yeah, it's more esoterically. It's for some of you, it could be the body too physical, but I really feel it's a lot about the energetics of you, the etheric aspect of you, the Akashic, the astral, the mental realm, the beliefs, the ideas, what inspires you. You know, you're going to be asking for support. There is support coming through the universe. There is things starting to line up for you. I just heard the big message for you is a vibrational match. Reach out for help, assistance, but also just for fun. Just reach out. But reach out could be to people or just life. With Malachite, it could be just expand your awareness, expand what you do, where you do what you do. Just expand into life more. Let more of life in. More options, more choices. Okay, let's see what we got here. Things are going to get moving again. You have a big change that's coming up that brings a lot of healing energy. And you're going to start seeing and feeling how you are on the right track. You are on the right path. Now, I'm seeing stability on the bottom. And that's one of the things you want to know about. Am I going to be stable? Am I going to be able to have a life that's stable? That's the preservation. Yes. But let's see if we get a message about that. About this preservation. What do you... Am I going to be able to preserve, not just preservation, live, have the resources to live. This is a lot about resources. So I kind of feel things could be a little bunchy or a little tight right now, or you have money, but then you had to spend money on something, you know, or you, oh, what about my saving? You know, this is like 3D stability. So I want to say, let me connect into the energy of it. It's coming. You get your wish. It happens. But it happens from you energetically reaching out. So the isolation, the going within, the retreating, that's all been great. But with the sun and star there, you're meant to be out and about more. Or extend out. I don't know. It could be online. It could even be just having new information come in. Maybe read a book, watch something different than you normally would watch, whether streaming or, you know, a video or something. You're meant to take in some new information. That's going to greatly help you. And then as you're going more from this inner peace, like preserving, that's creating this inner stability. But your sage is telling me that sage within is like you're getting a vibrational match for help, for support. It's going to make you feel better first emotionally, like, oh, they got me, or this is a great idea, or this is a great job, or this is a great opportunity, or I feel great. And then what actually comes in for you is Uranus. Genius, some kind of new idea, new insight with that Knight of Wands. So even if you are feeling like, okay, what about preserved money? What about 3D, the bills? The message I'm getting for you is as you focus more on your great ideas or your inner genius or things that you want to do, whether projects or plans or just Uranus is something a little unusual, spontaneous, maybe about you. Uranus is a new way of thinking, a new approach, that insight. That's what's going to shift things. That's that Malachite energy. That's what's going to shift things. Things are not necessarily going to shift by you trying too hard. Oh, I know that's not the best thing to hear when you've got the Six of Pentacles, but you open up to more people, more situations, more circumstances, not isolating so much, keeping your inner peace, having more having compassion for yourself. Some of you, it is doing your own art or creative expression or projects or, you know, that. Some of you, it's going to be reaching out into some kind of community or just reaching out in life. Your energy has kind of gone within, you know, looking at different ways that you can do your life's purpose or soul's purpose. But there is going to be a new insight, a new message that comes in. It hasn't come in yet. So the inner sage is saying for you, this insight comes in, it helps you with what you want, and you might even be getting it right now. The preservation is emotional fulfillment, emotional care, self-care, taking care of your energy, emotion, your emotions. Okay, let's see. Okay, there we go. I love this because we've got Thuraz, static force, defense. Yeah, it's not been easy. This is not an easy patch, or you're coming out of a difficult patch, a patch that, you know, Thuraz has to do with thorn is another name, like roses and there's thorns. So you've got some challenges as you come to this reading, or you're getting out of the challenges. But it's because inner growth is happening. And Ing or Ingwaz it's both a ending and a new beginning. And Dagaz is the sun. Things getting gradually better and better and better, awakening and breakthrough. So that Malachite energy, and you've got the sun. So things get better, but it's not in a way that you would naturally think. So that sage within is saying, preserve your inner peace. You're learning something about self-care, nurturing, self-compassion, understanding, about bringing the emotional aspect, could be a little bit intuitive, but mostly emotional aspect of you, the healer within, connecting into your inner guide, inner healer, inner sage, going in and getting that sustenance, you know, focusing on healing, whatever that means, bringing balance, wholeness. It's like not having this drive all the time. That's not going to work for you right now. The ambition and drive can be there, but it has to be channeled into your healing. It has to be channeled into your inner peace. It has to be channeled into understanding, oh, I'm learning something new, or I'm opening to new relationships or new types of relationships. Oh, I'm opening up to collaboration or creativity or more support. Some of you, this is with your family. It's like, okay, you guys, I cooked, you clean kind of thing, or you need to do more for me, or I'm doing this for you, you do this for me. So there's going to be some renegotiations also that take place with this group, that you're renegotiating, you know, what people do for you, or what you do for them, or what people do in business, personal, interpersonal, collegial, creative, collaborative, partnerships, family partnerships. Okay, I love this. This is it, because you're learning how to find passion. Emotional fulfillment. Stop wasting time in dead-end jobs and find your true passion. It's fine to experiment, but don't settle for less than you truly desire. So whether this is in relationship or just in life in general, that's the message. And what do we have here? Education. You may need to take a class or research. Well, I feel like, or you may find yourself writing a book or teaching others. Yes, and I think I said for you to write. So education is also to educate yourself. Even if those of you that are educating others or helping others, it's to educate yourself in this part of your path. What do you truly need? What's right for you? What do you now want to do? Where's your passion lie? Because I feel like you're going to have some changes. There could be some new interests coming in, or you could be recycling or circling back to something that gave you more passion, or you feel is more, you know, brought you more passion. And it's going to happen quick. You know, passion, you've got, okay, where do you hang out? Coffee house. Coffee, tea, artisanal brews, pastry, indulge. So for you, being in this coffee houses, cafes, where other people come, this could be a workspace. You might be in a live workspace or communal living, so the communal, and with the star, find places where maybe you like the music, maybe you like the food, the music, the people, or there's other people that are, this could even be taking a class. You know, like maybe you want to paint, so you take a paint class or an occult class or a tarot class, or online or in person. I would say with this group both, because you're getting the message to reach out. So you need to be around people that are similar resonance. That also helps to preserve your energy, okay? So this is an area that can bring more that resonance, that can help you preserve what you have. We've got passion, education, and the coffee house. Courses, classes, whether you're facilitating them, doing them, or you're taking them. That brings you in alignment. So actually that's a power place for you. Okay, let's get into last message here. Sage within. Okay, again, here we have deep connections. You've got the sun in Cancer, again, in the 8th house. So this group, part of what nurtures you is the occult, is tuning in, is deep connection, soul connection, spirit connection, spiritual connection. You have a real passion for that. Or the 8th house is just connections that are deeper. You know, you could be dancing, you could be at a yoga happening, a yoga studio, you could be at a rave and really connecting with the DJ and the people moving around. You could be at a botanical gardens, you know, you could be at a, you know, violin concerto, you know, concert, or philharmonic, you know, orchestration or orchestra concert, or, you know, hip hop concert, or, you know, or chanting, meditating, you know, kirtan. It doesn't matter. It's, you need to be around this group energy, whether you're just walking in it, swirling in it. But I will say, because I get a lot with this group with nurturing, emotional nurturing, that the places that you go to are very important. If even with the food, you want to be in a place where you like the vibe, you vibe with the people. So that's something for you to keep in mind, is you need to vibe with the people. But I definitely see you at cafes. Maybe you drink tea and coffee at home. Again, bring that ritual. Maybe it's you get up in the morning, you do certain things, and you have your tea, or you have your coffee, or, you know, your smoothie, and then you have your tea, or you have your tea at 3 to 5 p.m. You know, maybe it's tea time. I'm getting artisanal brews, but also artisanal breaks for something more creative, especially if you're perceiving that you work in a job or a career that's kind of dry or mundane. You need to bring the artisanal aspect, the intuitive aspect, the feeling, the passion. So there's something, this reclaim, part of your perseverance or persevering, part of your preservation is this inner peace, but is also emotional happiness. So it's a time for you to really focus emotionally on what makes you happy. You're creating this emotional tapestry. That's part of what this is about, this preservation. And seeing that for you, abundance, it's not just about money. For you, abundance is emotional connection with yourself, with others, with your life. It's more emotional fulfillment. It's happiness. Some of you, it's relationship or relationships. It's working with someone. It's having people that you can reflect and bounce ideas after, and that's part of your preservation. So part of that preservation is this inner peace as well. So what brings you more stability for these great ideas is you have to follow your passion. You have to start understanding, educate yourself about, what am I really passionate about? What brings me passion now? Might not last year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30, whatever it is. Or maybe it's something from 5, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, longer. You can, in other words, if whatever direction you want to go in, yes, you will be able to preserve. You're going through this idea of being seen, and not, you don't want to feel a failure. You don't want to be seen kind of in a negative light. So there's going to be a bit of a shift with that Malachite energy and that Knight of Wands in that Queen of Wands and King of Wands, where you're, and the Sun, frankly, that Leo energy, where you do start doing more of what you really want to do, what you want to really create, or how you really want to live. And you're going to be able to be successful at it. That's been a fear. Can I preserve my lifestyle, my life, myself, my being, my family, whatever it is? Okay, beautiful light, let's connect in. I am not a failure. I'm successful in all that I do. And as I open my heart more to life and living and connect more deeply to my soul, I experience emotional fulfillment and success in all that I do. So there's something very emotional fulfillment. There is something about success, is emotional fulfillment is part of your success. This peace, this emotional connection, this inner peace, it is a real part of your success. All right, if you want to align to the frequency of this reading more, take a deep breath in. Breathe in through the crown chakra. And release the breath down through the center of the body. In your own pace, pattern, rhythm, and flow. Breathing up in through the crown chakra, extend and expand through the crown chakra into that natural pause point, that portal of light. Connecting in through the sage within, the higher self, vibrational frequency of inner knowing. And as you consciously breathe out, draw the breath down through the center of the body, out through the soles of the feet. Now in your own pace, pattern, rhythm, and flow, when you're ready, breathe back into that natural pause point above the crown chakra. Connecting into that portal of light, connecting into infinite possibilities you begin to vision. Or perhaps a clearer vision comes through. And as you breathe out consciously, feel the breath of life and that vision coming through the breath. You begin to do the actions, the behaviors, and align to the mindset of this vision. Lots of love and light. Hello, beautiful, radiant soul. Wow, okay, let's see what we have here for you. Now, strength, woo, focus, third eye focus. This group, I'm right away feeling the sage very strong, and you've got the iron ore here. Very earth grounded presence. I heard Amazonian. But I am getting some kind of ancient lineage. Some of you could be studying shamanic inner work or shamanism, or there's something that you do. Maybe you work with birth or birthing or creating. It's a lot to do with the earth plane for sure. Like birth, death, doula, life, death, ritual, passages I'm getting. But I am also getting that you really came here to institute, to start something on the earth plane, or shift something on the earth plane. You have the strength. Whoa, your guide, your sage is coming in very strongly, saying you have the strength to do this. You can do this. Persevere. You're learning something about perseverance, persistence, one foot in front of the other, process oriented. It's like making jewelry, beading. It's very slow, beading one after the next bead. Some of you could work artisanally or beading or jewelry making, or something that you do requires a lot of attention or focus. For some of you, this is a very strong intention, and you're starting to put your attention on your intention. and follow through. So there's a lot to do with creating, manifesting. You have an idea in your mind, and now you're focused on manifesting it. So I really feel with this group, the sage within, your inner sage, is just saying, hey, they're just coming for confirmation that, okay, am I on the right track or right path? Yes, you have to just keep persevering. You're learning something about persevering or going through something, going through the rapids, swimming to the other side, not giving up, and using the strength. Now, some of you, the inner sage is saying there's could be a cleansing, clearing, whether this is cleansing certain types of relationships in your life or certain people. You might feel like, wow, I've had some loss with people around me, either this year, last few years, or last 7 years, 10 years, 20 years, 21 years. So there has been loss, whether it's you moved around a lot or just relationships didn't work. Some of you, I feel like it's even been in certain groups or communities or classes or courses. You became friends and then not, and so you've gone through a lot in this lifetime, and you've had to persevere a lot. But the inner sage is saying this is one of your gifts. Your sage gift and ability is the wisdom to know when to persevere. The wisdom to keep at it, or to know, I can't rush this. Don't rush this. We can't rush this. So very strong connection to this whole idea of persistence and perseverance and knowing when to persevere and building, funding this inner strength, this inner reserve. I'm getting a lot to do with bloodlines or blood. You could be testing blood. There is something about indigenous, Native American, indigenous, other groups. There is something tribal. There is something esoteric lineage, something you're studying, you're part of a lineage. There could be for starseed lineage. Do you see what I'm saying? It distills into your life. So you're pulling in from these timelines, lifetimes, other groups. I'm getting a lot to do with history also. So you're going to be making history, but there is something that you dovetail. There's something historical, or you could love history yourself. There is like a love of history, or where tradition, ritual, where things came from, ceremony. You could be big on ritual and understanding certain ritual aspects of life, or bringing ritual into whatever it is that you do. There is this kind of ritual. I feel like you're awakening. You're in a new level of awakening. Okay, there we've got 9 of Cups. Wow, okay. Wow, look at that. Ritual. 3 of Cups. Okay, let's see what we've got. If we need any more, we'll get more. Aha. 6 of Wands. Yeah, you're very powerful creator here. Manifester of your own reality. A lot to do with trust, faith, focus. 5. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Well, the message I'm getting from your inner sage is you persevere through something and it ends up coming through, or manifesting, or taking on the shape that you want. So if you've been working towards something that you've worked on a long time, you've had the faith, the trust in self, the trust in your inner sage, your inner guide, your inner wisdom, it's all the same aspect of the higher self. That sage within, or trust in a process, trust in persevering, it's about to pay off. And it's some kind of idea that brings in perhaps a new direction. Oh, I just realized you've got the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Timeless reading here, but there could be something in the summer months and also winter months. And then we've got the 3 of Cups. So you're being celebrated. You're going to persevere. You're learning. Now, you might be the type that just can imagine something, but now you got to put the work in. You got to put the time, the energy, the work. You got to persevere. This message is very straightforward. You're here to join with others, to create something, to manifest something, to put it in form, whether through an individual job, career. I do get a lot with birth and children, maybe babies. So I don't know if it's that you have children or you work within a school, or your projects are your children, but you are definitely here to create, to manifest, to put into form something or a lot of things, or you do this with others. And so there is some great ideas that are going to be very nurturing, very fun, that are coming in. I want to say winter. So if you're, I'm West Coast right now, between here and Europe. So however that fits for you, but it's also new direction, new idea, new direction that kind of comes out of some kind of inspiration. It's like you're persevering, you're moving on, you're keeping things going, you're keeping your boat afloat, whether you perceive it as a sailboat, a canoe, a rowboat, a motorboat, a yacht, an ocean liner, whatever you're feeling, you're keeping something going. But then there's this inspiration out of this perseverance, out of this. For some of you, it's pushing through something. That's part of your perseverance. You're persevering through any doubt or limitation. Look at this, comes up here. We've got 5 of Swords on the bottom, but this one's coming up. So let's take that one. 8 of Pentacles. See, projects, whatever you're working on. Now that didn't jump out, but we're going to just talk about that because there could be some doubt. Should I still keep on? Should I do this? Is it going to work? Am I going to make it? I don't know. But what came out was to work on it. Whatever the work that you're doing, the work purpose, the creative work, whatever you're working on right now is meeting with a high level of success. It's success that you want and that you feel validated by. Others are going to be celebrating you, validating you. Some of you, this could be an achievement coming up for you. It could be, didn't I say something about strength with you? And you got the Strength card. And then we got the Knight of Swords. Yes, please just persevere. Whatever you're doing, focus on you, your project, your path, whatever it is. You're about to have a breakthrough that brings a new idea or new way of doing things. It makes it easier. Something's going to get easier. The heavy lifting is gone. Look at that Knight of Swords. Now, what I hear is, I'm going to take another card because I feel like it's going to bring a peak experience and you're celebrated. For some of you, it brings also quite a bit of money. The work that you're doing is going to bring a higher income level, income bracket. It's going to bring a lot more abundance, including financial, monetary abundance. But for some of you, it could be being part of a community or being able to move or communal living or buying that piece of property, or that you just feel more fulfilled in your life. So abundance, what's in abundance is different for everyone. But I do feel with this group, there's some idea, there's something you're making or you're creating that people are going to want, they're going to like, they're going to love. And it also moves you in a new direction. But do you see what happens after this insight, this new idea, this new direction? You're still working on something. So are you an artisan, creative? You have projects. You're working on yourself, on creating something for yourself. I feel like it's entrepreneurial, but you have the strength to follow through. Yes, there we go. And this one wanted to come out, so we're going to take it. Okay, so we go into the Empress. I just heard luck, stability, luck, increase, financial increase, abundance. Okay, I like to put them here in case you want to do a screen grab. Right, so look at that. Something shifts. This idea brings in more, but you're feeling better about yourself. You're feeling your value's gone up, your worth. You stuck to something, and it's paying off. And it creates this healing. I feel like there's a timeline shift. Healing the timeline, the ancestral timeline around something. It could, for some of you, the timeline has to do with money and how you work or what you work to do, or the ability to persevere, see things through. You might have come from an environment where people didn't follow through, didn't see things through, or didn't believe enough in themselves, or didn't believe in you. But you will be believed. You are moving Some of you literally moving. Yeah, you're going to be in a whole new environment. Some of you may do tarot also, either on your own, maybe even have a channel, because I'm putting out all these cards, and I'm hearing they'll understand this. They'll be able to look at it. They'll be able to see it. So the work that you're doing pays off so much that it puts you in a new environment, and that has a better vibrational frequency. It's much more soul aligned and heart and soul activated, and there's people around you that is just, I feel like you're abundance, growth, celebration, fun, family, friends like family, community, going out, food, just connecting. And you're going to be very validated for the work that you're doing. I feel like some of you, you're not really seen yet for what it is that you do. But you're learning to stick to it. You're learning to stick to it, my loves, my friends. Look what we got on the bottom here. Should we take it? Look at all these major arcana. That's what happens. Your inner sage likes tarot, likes visuals, likes pictures, likes images. So, look at that. King of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, the world. You're here to change the world. Whether it's the world externally or the inner world. You're making big changes. Changes that change where and how you live. And you're moving more into infinite possibilities. You're going to feel much more. I just heard what comes up must go down, what goes down must come up. So you're in some kind. Oh, I got the world for a cycle. Yeah, you're in an up cycle. This has not been a quick cycle, is the message I'm getting. This has not been quick. This has taken, I don't even feel many months. I feel many years. You're coming out of a laggy cycle, a stuck cycle, something. But you're going to be able to write your own ticket. You're going to write it. Some of you, it's a book, it's a product, it's merch, it's stuff that you're putting out there in the world. Some of you, it's just you're writing your own ticket. Based on your soul, by the way, the inner sage is saying, the sage within is saying, it's based on your spirit, your spiritual nature. I feel like with this group, you've really gotten to know yourself and what your doubts, your fears. I feel like you're going to get more and more honest about your doubts, your fears, the human part of you, the humanness. And that's that Page of Cups. That's the budding love of yourself, like this. And that brings the Empress, like, yeah, but that's the human part. Oh, well. But whatever it is, you're going to be making decisions. And you will be, I think for you, the next 15 months or so are very pivotal. And I keep hearing 3 to 6 months, there's big changes. You were kind of stuck in lack, but that's changing. I think we had the Five of Swords, but it didn't jump out. And so you're going to have a new perception of yourself also. Oh, gosh, I love this for you. Wow, you see it just flew out. I love my little flyers. Miracles. Oh, look at that. A fresh start. It's going to be like a miracle. Oh my gosh, I really want to cry. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Because I can feel you. Oh, I can feel you, soul light. I can feel you, feel you, feel you. Listen to this. You're being given the opportunity to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life and open up fully to this gift that you've been given. It's going to feel like a miracle. Whatever, you know what it is. It's different for it. It's something you have in the works that you didn't think you could do or was going to happen. It's going to seem like a miracle. Just persevere. Get the support. I'm glad you come here. I'm sure there are other readers. My Patreon, soul study and community. You can connect with me on TikTok or Insta if you want more support. Just get the support. Don't give up. I'm really hearing that. Do not give up. Persevere. Have that faith, that trust, that belief, not just in your ego avatar you, but your higher self, your path, your purpose, your spirit team, your spirit guide, the inner sage, the higher self. Six of Wands is a lot about belief and faith. That's what it's like. When you have to keep persevering and persevering and persevering, at some point you need to believe in something more, something higher, something greater, something grander, something more powerful than the little you, the ego you. And you're doing that. And if you're not, you're going to start doing that, because that's what your inner sage is saying. That's the wisdom. That's the learning lesson, is to have faith and persevere no matter how dark the dark night of the soul, or no matter how many dark nights of the soul. After you have a few of those dark nights of the soul, they get a bit easier to navigate. So here we go, soul light. Also hearing the word Tim or Timothy, I don't know who that is. Names are coming up, new people on your path. You're being celebrated, acknowledged, but you're feeling better. You're going to, again, a peak experience. You're getting the guidance, but you're also hearing others guide you. Divine forces are showing you the way to go. You're discovering another piece of your destiny and your purpose in life. Yes, yes, yes. I just feel like there's an up-leveling in what you're attracting. It's either help from another person in your life, or new people, person or people in your life that are supporting you, that are seeing your gifts. I'm seeing psychically you being like, see my hand energetically. Can you feel that? Whatever this opportunity is that you say yes to, up levels. It almost reminds me of a bonus, a raise in pay, raise in salary. You raise your rates, or you get a great job, or you get a gift, or you get a, I don't know, a contract for something, or some kind of deal or contract. Something comes in that raises everything, but it comes from you working. You've been working on something. Does somebody see you and reach out, or do you submit? Or it could be just persevere, and boom, there's a breakthrough to a new level. But this breakthrough to a new level is something very stabilizing. It brings in a new level of security, and that's with that iron ore and the 10 of Pentacles and the strength and 8 of Pentacles. So if you've been wanting more work, or to be seen more with how you work or what you do for your work, I'm going to say that that's going to be happening. And you have a fresh, I just heard, in relationship. This brings fresh starts in business and relationship and in life, especially those of you that are moving, because I am getting a move that is very different from how you live now or where you live now. So there is this move that's coming in. Part of fortune, increase. 45-9, you're going to give up the lesser for more ideal, which is the Magician. So whether it's people moving out of your life, or whatever the changes are, they're ultimately going to bring a level of increase, abundance, support, better health, better wealth, better connections, better people. And I don't mean better like something's good, something bad. I mean more aligned, more life enhancing, more supportive, healing. You're attracting more people that are healed, or understand their own wounding so they can heal themselves. Yeah, look at that. Creativity and knowledge. I'm telling you, a new idea. What did I say? Celebration. You have it here. Celebration. Full moon, but you also have joy, harmony. So you're going to get some recognition, some accolades, clapping. You're going to get your props, your flowers, but you're also going to get some increase financially. I heard commiserate with what you do. Remuneration. There's a certain level you're at, you raise, and now you finally get that. I'm telling you, it's like the drawbridge comes up or goes down, whatever. The boom, there's a boom. When I see this energy, I always put that little boom emoji. Something you hit on. I don't know what it is. It's some kind of idea that brings in a new direction. You're doing something that you love. It could be packaging, it could be posting, it could be a book, it could be something you're creating. It has something to do with something you're creating or manifesting, but it's something you're working on. I want to say you're probably working on it now, or you're going to start, or this great idea comes in due to some emotional connection. Maybe you're coming out of a time of resting. Again, this is not a time to push. That I'm getting it, it's push through, but not push. It's persevere. So you don't want to be overdoing, over-consuming, overdoing, over-posting, overworking, over-drinking, overeating. You don't want to overdo. You have, with that Six of Wands, you have to keep balance. You have to keep a certain balance. Let's see some power places for you. Power place or power places. All right, being around plants, flowers, nature is power place for you. Let's move this over. I wish I could just stick to one layout, but I might. Nope, not with my Uranus conjunct my Mercury. Book collection. Yeah, it might be. Oh, and super grocery, variety, fresh products. So for you, good food, nature. You might meet someone in a supermarket. Someone might see you that knows you or something. You're reconnecting. But also what's good for you, libraries. Being in nature, being around libraries. We got the fresh start. We got the guidance here. Got that soul guidance. Food. Are you a foodie? I get with this group, you do like abundance. You like a little luxury or abundance, or just nice things, whatever it is for you. Whatever your vibe is, you have a certain style, perhaps. But books, reading, writing, going to places where, being in nature, being around gardens is great for you. And reading, doing research, reading, whether online, but maybe going to libraries or bookstores or places where people are working and doing books. Again, didn't I say something about a lineage or traditional? There's a traditional aspect to you, a ceremonial aspect. Fresh products. I have a feeling you're going to either bump into someone at a supermarket, a grocery store, a market, place where they sell food, prepared food is there, I see. And you could either bump into someone that kind of changes the trajectory of your life. They come in kind of quickly. Or you reconnect with someone there that you haven't seen in a long time. It's like, hey, oh my God, I was thinking about you about this or that or whatever. So I also just am hearing you're coming into a bit of a crossroads. So just persevere. Persevere, persevere, persevere. There it is. Let's persevere, persevere. Part of fortune. You're on your path to destiny. That's, again, with the World card there, the Star. It's just something is coming in to kind of change either your focus, where you go, what you do, the way you do what you do, or where you live. It's not just an insight. It could be a person coming in really quickly. The Ace of Swords brings in new ideas, or a new idea that funnels all of your energy and brings this increase and these great results. But it also brings a new direction. All right, soul insights. Let's get through. Wow, see? People. You've got Libra here. Venus here. So Libra, Taurus. You've got Neptune in Libra. So we've got Neptune here. Can you see it? Neptune in Libra in the second house. Working with others. Neptune in Libra. Keep persevering. It's about you. It's about you and your resources. Neptune in Libra is also seeing the high, the spiritual aspect, the high road, the spiritual aspect of things, a higher principle. And you could very well be, again, with this ceremonial magic, persevering. I don't know, is it the occult? Is it astrology, tarot, numerology? Is it lighting candles and focusing? Is it working with, vision boards, dream boards? Is it writing things out? The magician, you're here to create, but you're persevering on, it's like you have a goal. You have something you want to achieve, or a few things that you want to achieve. You have a plan. You just have to persevere. And that Neptune in Libra is saying, connect into the higher self, that inner sage within. Use your inner sage. Connect to your inner sage, the inner wisdom that's there, the inner guidance. That's going to help you. Your connection to spirit through your own inner sage. And second house is increase. It's your finance. It's your resources, and also to some degree resourcefulness. So this has to do with your resources that expect. Neptune is saying have faith and expect the best, and that you're in partnership with the inner sage. You're in partnership with the divine. You're in partnership with the universe. You're in partnership with God. You're in partnership with your guides, whatever you want to call it, your higher self, your inner sage, the sage within that's guiding you. Listen to this sage within. Connect into the sage within and have hope. Understand, hope springs eternal. Hope is with action. Hope is very important. When we start hoping again, we connect into infinite creative energies, the infinite creative intelligence. When we hope, we connect into faith, trust, belief. It energizes us. We get connected to our life force, vital energy, our animating energy, our chi, our spirit. We get nudged again. But you have to follow through. The thing is, when you have hope, you get that shot of hope, you have to do the work. You have to keep it to process. 8 of Pentacles. You have to follow through. So that's the path that you're on, Soul Light, right now. Your Soul Insights mantra is, I am divinely guided and I am divinely protected. I can trust my own inner knowing from the sage within to guide me on my path. For some of you, it's simply, I am able to transform my world, attract and create what is now more soul fulfilling and soul abundant for me. All right, Soul Light, let's connect in. If you'd like to connect in and align to the frequency of inner peace and up-leveling, take a deep breath in, pause at the top of the breath, and connect in. Consciously breathing out, draw the breath down through the center of the body, out through the chakras at the soles of the feet, feeling yourself going deep into Mother Earth. Aligning through the root chakra into the Earth Star chakra, connecting into the earth. Feeling a stability there, a connection there. Feeling the loving, healing, light, abundant energies of the earth. In your own pace, pattern, rhythm, and flow, breathing up from the Earth Star chakra, up through the crown chakra, extending through that natural pause point, that portal of light above the crown chakra. Relax into the soul star chakra. Breathing out effortlessly and breathing in, lightening up. In your own pace, pattern, rhythm, and flow, breathing in universal energies and bringing your awareness into that space above the crown chakra. Breathing in through that natural pause point, that portal. You'll feel an opening there. It's the portal through the higher self, the inner sage, connecting into the higher vibrational frequency of you, attuning to the soul signature frequency of you, aligning to the soul. Now begin to feel the soul activation. You're feeling perhaps a tingling sensation or an opening at the top of your head, up through the crown chakra. You're feeling that opening there. Breathe in through that opening, connecting into the higher vibrational frequencies of your soul's signature, and connecting into your soul design and the blueprint of this design as you breathe out. Feel the guidance through all that you need and want to go through, experience, and express. You're persevering through easily and effortlessly, following the natural openings, following the natural rhythm and flow of your own soul timing. Shine bright and lots of love and light.